gross stuff.
Right.
Okay. I hope you don't think less of me if I don't feel compelled to go and confirm that for myself.
No, I know.
Okay. My question though is stuff like where Anonymous has taken actions to bring down sites, whether it's Scientology sites or others. What I'm wondering is, one, do you agree with that kind of thing? And two, if not, have you commented on that? Because it seems to me that Anonymous this is a bit of a generality, and I really don't know it that well.
Nice.
But it seems a bit like Anonymous suffers from some of the same things that you're accusing us, Scientology, of, which is a failure to criticize on stuff like, attacking websites, or some of the stuff that's been done, some of the stuff in handouts and whatnot.
Do you got handouts?
Oh, maybe.
Wow, not bad. When it comes to breaking the law, that's where I draw the line.
Okay.
Yeah, that's uncalled for. That's not why I do what I do.
Okay.
And so I don't know like who does that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
No one goes on there and says, yeah, that was me that attacked the Australian government's website and brought it down. I would say, what are you doing? That's ridiculous. You're gonna get us. You're gonna. Not that we have a reputation to uphold, because we don't really have a very good reputation, but I would say don't do that. You're just asking for trouble.
It's a violation of your own moral code to admit to having done something.
Well, what was the story on this?
Well, the Australian
mentioned, but I didn't get this. I didn't understand the story.
The Australian government is trying to implement like an internet censor filter type thing, so that all the internet that goes into Australia goes through this filter.
Okay.
And they have like a list of sites that they want blocked.
They want to be able to block child pornography.
Which is fine. However, don't try to. Let me just finish my conversation. Let me just finish the sentence.
Yeah, go ahead.
And in addition to that, there's other websites that are politically oriented too that they had blocked. That this blacklist showed that they had planned on blocking. So anyway,
what do you mean politically, or like
a political rival, for example, like a political minority, one of their websites, that expressed.
I got you.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Similar to China.
Very similar, yes, eerily. So what I'm getting at is that someone attacked, or probably more than one person. I don't even know how to do a DDoS attack. That's like a denial of service. But someone or some people did that to the Australian government's main website and brought it down for like a few hours, like a week ago.
Okay.
And that is, that's where I draw the line. I'm like, no way, dude, can't be doing that.
Okay. So internally, do you criticize or like? Here's what the reason I'm asking.
Sure, go ahead.
I talked to somebody about a year ago, and asked him. I said, "Listen, do you agree with stuff like the DDoS attacks? Do you agree with the kind of stuff?"
Right.
There was a period of time where the church was getting a tremendous number of death threats and bomb threats and stuff like that.
So I heard.
Okay. Let's just say it occurred. Right. You may want to dispute. I don't care. But anyway, it was getting that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I asked him. I said, "Listen, have you criticized that? Have you said, posted stuff on anonymous sites saying that you disagree with that or that shouldn't be done?"
Okay.
The guy, first of all, he said no, and then I got the impression. I'll tell you the truth, I don't remember exactly what he said, but I got the impression that he felt that if he did that, he would get blasted.
Right.
That he would get blasted and he would have a problem with it. So he was in a state of like, no, I couldn't possibly do that. It just seems to me that. The stuff that you're complaining about ought to be applied internally,
right?
By Anonymous to itself.
Sure.
If you draw the line with illegal, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with you having a right, freedom of speech, but I draw the line on illegal things. Well, I think you should say something. I think you should.
Well, I recently rated a video where a guy was talking about how it was a dumb action of Anonymous to attack the Australian government's website, and I rated it 5 stars so that people that are my friends on YouTube would see that I rated it.
Yep.
So that's like a form, but I'm not going to go.
No, that is, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do you think about Operation Freakout, where Paulette Cooper was basically you guys tried to drive her insane because she wrote a book critical of Scientology.
I'm familiar with the story.
Right.
To the extent I don't know that I don't have personal knowledge of it. I've read about it. To the extent, let me be really clear so that I don't get edited as well on this.
I won't edit you.
Okay. So, you might not. Somebody might.
Just say what you're going to say.
To the extent, if that was done, two things. One, it's insane.
Nice.
And two, it would violate the laws, again, as I understand what it is.
Yeah.
And it's not Scientology.
Okay, so
as a Scientologist, it is not Scientology.
Do you think it happened, or do you think it didn't happen, or what do you think?
I don't know. I think something happened.
Oh yeah, I think something happened too.
I think something happened.
Yeah.
And I think that, as I said, and would say this on any other kind of things like that, that if whatever happened, let's just say something happened, it's not Scientology.
Right.
So Scientologists, I would be offended by it.
Good job. You should be.
Yeah,
it's pretty disgusting. Yeah, Mike Rinder, now that he's gone, he's slowly leaking out some nice details about all the stuff that's been going on and over the years inside OSA. And Marty Rathbun, of course, he's a wealth of knowledge. He's out now. Debbie Cook, she was in charge of Flag. She's gone. Jeff...
She's not out of Scientology.
Excuse me?
She's not out of Scientology.
She's not out of Scientology at all.
Oh, really? How do you know that? Well, this is new news to me. I'm just asking you how you know.
No, she's not.
Well, she's not in charge of Flag, is she?
No.
She's apparently nowhere to be found.
No, that's not true either.
Well, where is she? If you have some information, let me know, and I'll be happy to put it out there to correct it. Because I tend to use that a lot.
Okay, yeah. I wouldn't use it anymore because it'll...
Can you give me corroborating information, or are you just going to make me take your word for it?
I don't... honestly, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go to do it, but I had... I had some email traffic with somebody about it and concerning her.
Uh-huh.
And actually from her, so...
You had email traffic from Debbie Cook?
No, that's not totally true. That's not totally true, but I saw some communication from her, and that's not... I wouldn't use it. If I were you, I wouldn't use it because it's not true.
Yeah, I'm going to keep using it because I have doubts about that.
All right, well, go ahead and use it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, go ahead.